This is a certified classic.
What is good, everybody? Thank you yet again for tuning into the channel. It is your boy Zaya back again. Social media platforms are represented on the screen, so be sure to follow me on any one of those. And of course, www.easetocrave.bigcartel.com is the merch site to pick up all your Ease to Crave merch, man. Those links are down below in the description, so be sure to check it out. Thursday, man, beautiful day outside. I decided just to step outside, take in a little bit of air, man, and just ponder, man, and just think about, you know, life in general. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully this is not the type of video that's gonna be, you know, making anyone feel down or anything like that, man. Listen, as a man, sometimes you just gotta just stop for a second, take a breath, look around, and appreciate your surroundings, because there's not one day on this earth that's promised. Let's keep it 100 with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, at any point in time could be the day that you check out. You know what I'm saying? As I follow many of these stories on social media. I just watched the Aaron Hernandez joint last night. I start to think, like, damn, bro, like, why me? You know what I'm saying? Why have I made it this far? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd like to consider myself a hustler, a survivor, but, you know, at the same time, a lot of scenarios, you know, you just don't know how they're gonna play out. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know. In the situation like Aaron Hernandez, all right, that's a little bit different, because that man was doing things to put himself in a bad position. But look at that, at age 23, 24, man's done for. You know what I'm saying? So why have I been able to survive all these years? You know what I'm saying? My birthday's right around the corner, and I'm sitting here thinking about, you know, all the people that are not here. You know what I'm saying? And how age doesn't really play a factor in whether you are here or not. You know what I'm saying? I know plenty of people that are much younger than me that are not here. You know what I'm saying? Shit, there's babies that, you know, die in hospitals and shit. They don't even get to even live a life. But me, you know, I'm sitting here just taking in that breath and just, you know, just happy to be here, man. Happy to have survived all these years. You know what I'm saying? I've been through some shit. You know what I'm saying? I've been shot at. You know what I'm saying? I've been in scuffles that could have ended badly. You know, I've been in countless scenarios that, you know, could have put me in a position where I'd be in jail versus a free man. And shit, I've at the same time been in accidents that when you look back at the accident, you're like, damn, like, I could have been dead in that accident, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you follow stories on social media and you look at those stories and you can actually relate, or you've been through that type of scenario and you like, damn, bro, like, look at how the scenario ended for them. You know, why didn't it end like that for me? You know, I get these days, man, where I just, you know, my mind starts to wander, and, you know what I'm saying, my head be in the clouds and stuff. And, you know, at the end result of it is, believe me, I'm not complaining, man. I am happy, you know what I'm saying, that I am here. I'm a pretty simple person. Like, I don't think that there's too much complexity about me. And I think as I get older, I become more and more simpler to the fact that, you know, little things make me happy, man. Just chilling out here in the backyard, bro. I'm looking at the backyard. I'm just looking up at the sky, beautiful trees, like beautiful weather. And, you know what I'm saying? This is why I always tell people that before you start complaining about anything, you know what I'm saying? You know, bills, weather, you know, just remember you're alive, bro. You're alive to complain, okay? You're alive. You know, there's a lot of people that are not here, and I'm sure if they had the opportunity, they would switch it with you. A message to my people and the people that are watching, man, just, you know, live your life to the fullest, man. Try to be as happy as much as possible. You know, it sounds crazy, but you gotta be selfish, man. You've got to do things in life that make you happy 100%. You know what I'm saying? If you can share that happiness with other people, then by all means. But you have to do what makes you happy in life, because life is not guaranteed, man. No days are promised. At any point in time, you could be here and you could not be here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just happy that I'm here. I'm happy that I've made it this far. I feel good. I feel young. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit's crazy, man. It's a good feeling, though. You know, it's a good feeling. Got my feet out in the grass, like, shit, man. I'm telling you, man, I've been through some shit, man. And, you know, I could easily sit here and say I should have been gone a long time ago, but I'm not. I'm here. And I'm glad that I'm learning, you know what I'm saying? Every day is a learning experience. And, you know, listen, I'm just happy to put out content that people enjoy, and also know that this content will be here long after I'm gone. So, shit, if you're watching this and your boy is not here, salutes to you, man. But I appreciate everybody that's tuning in. At the same time, I did get a link that also, you know, was kind of triggering these thoughts that I had for me to actually verbally express it to you. This is a story about a landlord and a tenant down in New York. And it's funny because I feel like, I believe they said it was in Elmhurst, Queens, which is not that far from where I used to live when I was in the same type of scenario, man. All right, landlord collecting on back rent, $200, I believe, right? As the video starts, you see like a little scuffle happening at the door. I believe the landlord's trying to push his way in. There might be someone on the other end trying to push their way out. I'm not 100% sure, but the end result is that the landlord is pushed down a flight of steps. You know, when I look at that scenario, I'm just like, fuck, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? No one could ever predict that that push, that fall would lead to that landlord's death, man. And as you see the video, the landlord completely clears all the steps. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it makes me think maybe if he would have hit a step, maybe would have broke his fall. You know what I'm saying? Could he have survived? But unfortunately, he didn't, man. He cleared all the steps and hit the concrete head first, man. That reminds me of a particular scenario where I got hit by a car and I was thrown a distance and I landed on my head, you know what I'm saying? And you know, at that point, shit, I could have been dead, man. I could have had some serious brain damage, but I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But the landlord suffered some severe brain trauma, which led to his passing away, man. RIP to him. And now you have a scenario where the landlord has passed away, so his family is affected. You have the tenant who pushed the landlord, his life's affected. There was another individual. Now, I'm not 100% sure who actually pushed him because two men emerged from the actual residence. One of them continued to walk away in the footage and one of them stayed there. Regardless of the fact, both those men are affected now. Their families are affected now. And all this over what? $200, bro. $200. Do you know what that means, bro? Shit, you know what you could do with it, bro? We buy sneakers that are $200. We spend more on sneakers. We spend more on eating out. We take $200 and fucking, bro, the light bill is fucking $200. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even that crazy of an amount of money. And now, you know, multiple individuals have lost their life. Now, the crazy thing is, like I said, man, I actually was in this scenario a bunch of years back, and you know, I tell you guys these stories and hopefully you don't think bad of me, but you know, from when this story occurred till now, man, I've grown, man. I'm a different man now. I see things a lot differently. This was actually way before my YouTube days, so this shit's a long time ago. But at one point in time, I used to live in Corona, Queens, man, and this is when I had my youngest son and I was with his mother, right? And at that time we were married, man. So we lived in Queens. At the time, we had gotten an apartment across the street from her mom's house. Literally, like, you could open the door and you look across the street and her mom lived right there across the street. So I remember we had this apartment for a while, and we weren't, I wouldn't say we were the most responsible individuals, because we definitely wasn't, but at the same time, we definitely were a young couple. We were a couple that we were just toxic for each other, bro. Just to be 100% honest, just a very, very toxic relationship. I think she's the only female that I've been physical with, and you know, it's not something that I'm proud of. It's not something that I promote to people, but it's the reality, bro. I think she's one of the few, if not the only female that I've ever had to physically put my hands on, and not because I was abusing her, but because she was abusive as well, bro. She used to put her hands on me, you know what I'm saying, out of nowhere for nothing, you know what I'm saying? It was just a really, really toxic and really, really bad relationship. And I'm glad that, you know, I never stuck that one out, because who knows where I'd be right now. But at that time, we were doing a lot of fighting, you know what I'm saying? We had a newborn baby, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure she was stressed, I was stressed. And until the fights that we used to have, the landlord used to hear them. And then he would go back and sort of like chatty-patty with the neighbors and stuff, and tell the neighbors stuff that he was hearing us say and hearing us fighting and this, that, and the third. And eventually that word got back to us, and, you know, I decided to take it into my own hands and decided to not pay rent no more, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, shorty wasn't really arguing with that. She was like, fuck it, fuck that motherfucker, we ain't paying no rent. So for a few months, we were in that location without paying any rent, and the landlord would come each, you know, at the beginning of each month and be like, yo, you know, what's going on with the rent? We used to just tell him we don't have it. And I think at one point we even told him that we wasn't giving it to him because we knew he was going around the neighborhood talking about us, telling people our business, this, that, and the third. You know, unfortunately, in those type of scenarios, he has to go get someone to evict us. You know what I'm saying? He can't, you know, and that's been a law for the longest. I think that law exists in every state. You can't just kick somebody out, or you can't just change the locks on somebody. You're not allowed to do that. There's something called a squatter law, and I believe that shit is everywhere. You have to go through a process of evicting them. The process of evicting takes forever. So, you know, we were taking advantage of the fact that you know, that process takes a long time, and we was just chilling there, still fighting, you know what I'm saying, having all types of parties and stuff like that, and causing ruckus and for nothing, you know what I'm saying. But I remember there was a scenario where, you know, he was talking to me about, yo, bro, I need the money, and you know, you got to give me the money, and this, that, and the third. And he had his hand on the door where, you know, and I'm standing in the doorway, and he has his hand on the door, and I remember kind of trying to close the door and him trying to open it, and I remember stepping out and pushing him to the point where he fell up against the wall. He didn't necessarily fall down, he just fell up against the wall. You know what I'm saying? When I look at this this other video where someone's pushing a landlord falls, hits its head, dies, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, in that particular scenario, yeah, it wasn't down a flight of steps, but what if I would have pushed that man too hard? You know what I'm saying? What if he would have hit his head on the wall? It was a concrete wall. What if he would have hit his head on the wall? What if he would have died? You know what I'm saying? Like, so much would have been lost over something so, you know, minute, like back rent. And it's not even like we was like struggling where we couldn't afford it. We were just being jackasses. We were just not wanting to give it to him just to be spiteful. It's kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of all just, it's just one big bundle of thought. And that's just what I'm trying to get out to you guys. But you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy to, you know, see particular scenarios on like World Star and in videos that people send me, and then realize that I may have been in that same sort of compromising position. You know, I didn't make the best of choice. And that one, I should have gave that man his money, bro. There was no reason for me to be doing that to him, regardless if he was talking about me or not. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't like it, then shit. Maybe I should have lowered all the fighting. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should have taken a different approach. Needless to say, man, in my past, you know, not something that I'm proud of, but worth the story to tell as a learning lesson. Believe you me, man, you gotta think these things through, man. Acting on impulse is never good, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I try to take my time now. I try not to be too impulsive, although, you know what I'm saying, it's something about humans that, you know, we can't control, man. You're always gonna be in that position where you make an impulsive decision and, you know, you end up regretting it. You know, although no one died in my situation, I do look back and I do regret it. You know what I'm saying? I do regret the fact that, you know what I'm saying, I put another human being in that type of position. You know what I'm saying? Because look at me now, like, and again, from then till now, it's been a lot of years, and I'm a whole different person. But you know, from then till now, I look at it now, and shit, I respect people's money, bro, to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? Down to the last dollar. And you know, when I look back in that position, I wasn't respecting that man's money. You know what I'm saying? I was taking something that was his, using it as my own, and not compensating him for it, which was extremely irresponsible of me. But like I said, man, just something from my past that I felt was pivotal to what we're talking about now. And just crazy, man. I'm just happy it didn't end in a really, really bad way, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit's crazy, bro. Needless to say, man, get down below in the comments. Let me know how you feel. Just some inner thoughts that I wanted to get out, man. Hopefully I didn't bore anybody, and hopefully this wasn't a downer, but it's really mostly to just keep on drilling into you guys to really enjoy life, man. Listen, no matter what you're going through, no matter what ups, no matter what downs, bro, enjoy life, because life is not guaranteed. Life is not promised. Today could be your last day. It could be my last day. So do I want to know that I spent it miserable? Do I want to know that I spent it fighting? Do I want to know I spent it, you know, doing something irresponsible? Nah, bro. I just want to live life, enjoy it, look back at my previous mistakes in life, just learn from them, and just, you know, enjoy the time that I have, as you should too, man. But with that being said, man, I'm gonna wrap this up, man. I want to eventually do a live stream. You'll probably be seeing a live stream after this on the Aaron Hernandez joint. I might break it down into parts because there were 3 episodes and there's 3 parts, and there's definitely a lot of content from each part. I'm not 100% sure, but please stay tuned because that will be going up today. Also, I want to show you guys some pickups that I got. That will be a separate video, so look for that. Also, we have more content dropping on the ETC throwback playlist. I think I made maybe 5 videos public this morning, so definitely check that out. And shit, with that being said, I'm out of here, man. Everybody stay up, stay fresh, and please do your best, man. Do your best to enjoy every second of this life that you've been granted with. All right, love y'all, man. Catch you on the next live stream. Peace.